Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Raiding Along with RoughRaptors. A brief announcement before we start the guide. For those unaware, I have a contest going on in the general Rift forums, and I'm just trying to get feedback and improve these videos. So if you're interested, please check the link below in the description. Positive or negative feedback would be greatly appreciated, so please do that. I also decided to switch up the format a bit, actually a bit more than a bit, quite a lot actually, due to a few requests I've had. So let's just see how that works out and move on from there. So with that out of the way, I present to you the second progression boss in the Infinity Gate, Brothers Grimm, or Mordin Invictus, but I mean, who says Mordin Invictus? Just call them brothers, it's so much easier. Make sure to not get these guys confused with twins, totally different boss, but the twins' names are completely unpronounceable, while at least you can say these names. So one really important thing to note is that there's two platforms on this fight, one for each boss, which can just be referred to as the death side and the life side, and you need to create 4 groups of 5 people, 2 for each platform at a time, and for progression it's advised to use 4 tanks, so for this strategy I'll just assume you're using 4 tanks. You'll also want 1 defiler for the fight and 2 healers per side, meaning you want 1 healer per group, 1 tank per group, and then you also want 1 bard and 1 archon in each group of 10, because you basically combine the 4 groups of 5 into 2 groups of 10, which are simultaneously on the platforms. You just don't want the bard and archon to be on the same side at the same time. So this is the death platform, and everybody needs to stack first of all in a pretty tight form. He will pulsate a death debuff called Emanate Death, which is just referred to as the death stack because it's easy, and that will be done consistently throughout the fight to everybody on the platform, and per stack of it you will lose 4% of your maximum HP. So now I'm going to show you the first 2 mechanics on this side. The first one is Ebon Star, which you can see as a purple bubble being placed on one person. Once the cast finishes, it will drop the purple circle on the ground that damages anyone standing in it. So you need to make sure that you're all at max melee range. So once the purple circle is actually dropped on the ground, you move sides to the other side of the boss so you're not being hit anymore. There's a damage component when the Ebon Star actually explodes and drops on the ground, and then it will also tick for damage while it's on the ground, so you need to stay out of it. And while this is going on, there's going to be a swarm of scarabs that spawn that you need to kill that basically just need to be AoE down. They have a proximity threat, meaning that they'll just simply attack whoever's closest to them, and since you're all stacked, it's fairly random who's getting hit, although the tank can AoE taunt, and they'll stay on the tank for the duration of the taunt, which is 3 seconds, and I believe that's uniform for all tanks. So just have 1 or 2 dedicated people to AoEing them down. They don't have much health. I don't have an exact number, but it's not very much. So just kill them. So the final death exclusive mechanic on this platform is called Expunged Darkness, which is a purple circle on the ground with the red outline in the back. You can see the 3 individual circles. I don't know why there's multiple circles. There should really only be 1, but whatever. Basically, he's going to channel it, and you will die when the channel is finished unless you're in melee range or in that little purple circle closest to him at least. So just get into melee range and you won't die. Once it's complete though, you will take damage and be knocked back, so you'll need to immediately reform your stack and get back into melee range. And welcome to the life side of this boss fight. For this platform, you're also going to want everyone to stack, except for 3 reliable ranged players who should always stay stacked at range to ensure that a mechanic later on is more easily dealt with. Just like the death side, you'll also be getting a debuff, except this time it's called Emanate Life, or the life debuff, and that just reduces the healing taken that you will receive per stack. So the first mechanic is Toxic Injection, which puts 3 red ground AoE circles on the 3 farthest players on the platform, 1 each. The red circle is the indicator of the spawn position, and then it will turn green, and if you stand in the green, that's when you start taking damage, and you'll just take damage per second while standing in it. If anyone does take damage from standing in it, the green circle will expand, making it larger and much harder to avoid. During this, he'll also be casting ensnaring creepers, which puts one player in a cocoon where they can't move or attack and also take continuous damage over time. The DPS must immediately swap to the creeper and burn it down to release the player. The final life mechanic is the opposite of the Death Side's Expunged Darkness, which is a channeled ability called Gathering Radiance. When the channel ends, he will kill anybody in the red circle that you can see on the platform, so you need to get as far away as possible while not running into the ground AoE. If you fail to get out of range in time, you will die, but once the channel's done, you'll take slight damage and then be pulled back into range of him. Not completely in melee range, just close, you can see, and then you need to make sure that your raid gets stacked back up and the 3 players standing at range properly move back to their old position. So the final mechanic, which happens on both platforms, is called Sibling Rivalry, and it is a channeled ability that one of the brothers will cast on the opposing platform, so the players on the opposing platform that the brother that is currently casting it on will take continuous damage until that entire platform dies, unless the ability is interrupted 5 times. When the ability has been interrupted 5 times successfully, he will stop the channel, and you will want one group on each platform to switch sides, meaning you want 5 people on death to go to life and 5 people on life to go to death. However you do that can be determined by you. So to swap sides, find the portal on your platform and stand on it. After about a second, you'll be teleported to the other side. Be sure to not swap during either Ebon Star or Ensnaring Creepers, because most likely you'll die. Also be sure to not swap sides before you're supposed to, as it'll probably mess up timing and some other mechanics as well. Holy shit, I'm really good at falling off of things, aren't I? So aside from me falling off of things like an idiot, there's also a tank mechanic. The tank that has threat on the current platform's boss cannot switch sides before the other tank has taunted it, or else he will instantly die. Meaning that if you or the tank has threat on, just say, the life side, and then you go to the death side before the other tank has a chance to taunt it off of you, you'll instantly die, and vice versa with death and life. So take precaution when switching sides and be 100% sure that my cat doesn't annoy you. So be 100% sure that when you or the tank, if you are the tank, does not have threat on the platform's boss before swapping. So just the other tank needs to taunt before you swap, and that will avoid you dying, which is good. And with all of that said, that is the brothers fight. I don't believe I left anything out. I hope this was informative. I was going to play back the entire kill video and then talk over it, which someone told me to do, and I don't really see a need for that. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm just going to link our first kill video, which I've been taking clips here and there from to explain mechanics, and put it in the description below. So if you want to see the fight as a whole, just click that link and you can see a nice video with music over it, and you'll be able to actually know what's going on in it. Keep an eye out also in the description below, as I said earlier, for the feedback contest, as I might be giving away stuff. I'm also still looking for someone to make me an awesome intro, because at the moment I don't have anything. I want something cool, so can anyone make me something cool? Anyone, please? That'd be awesome. As I said in the Rift thread, I have some pretty cool stuff to give away. You might want to check it out if you're an artist of any sort. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.